And we are back. So it turns out that this is the covenant of the inheritor that she wanted. I'm pretty sure. Thank God we didn't give that to her. What the hell's this? Oh shit, it's our, what's it called move? I barely use these two. Honestly, popping a true strike before that. Can this miss? Oh, if this misses, then that just hurts. We should put that. So the play is that, then that. Debuff. I guess a debuff. Attack, 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 attack. Nice. That's a lot of DPS, bro. I guess for what's it called, we can just... We can keep these two out. Now I want to keep these two together so I remember. Okay. Fireball's gonna come in clutch, bro. You don't understand. Right, that we keep there. Let's talk to Lan. What do you think of what happened to Grey Garrison? Do you feel a change in yourself? Hard not to notice when the demons start running away from you. Power is granted by Omide to defeat demons. Since I was a kid, I've taken whatever I've been given and used it as best I can. Anything goes when you're trying to survive. Doesn't matter where your blessings come from. We can think about that when we're old. If we live that long. But you know, this time I'm not so sure. A divine power that just appears out of nowhere? Sooner or later we'll have to pay for it. I'd like to know what the price will be. What an interesting way of thinking about it. I'm not sure I like that. Because the truth do be hurting, ladies and gentlemen. Familiar? What do you think of the powers you received from me? People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I received from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. Right, okay. There you are, I've been waiting. As you see, I too have joined the crusade. I don't know how to swing the sword, but war is costly and I have money. Besides, my intellect and business sense may prove useful, even on the battlefield. Besides, I believe I owe you an apology. Where I behaved was rude, ill-mannered. You are an honest and honourable person. You have clawed your way up from the bottom of society to the title of Knight Commander. You are friends of Queen Galfrey herself. Such persistence deserves respect. Please allow me to give this magic amulet from my humble personal treasure to mark our future cooperation. Why have you decided to support the Crusades now? Alright. Okay. What can you tell me about Count Darren Arande? Brilliant young man, brilliant pedigree. The story of his and ability is the glue that keeps our society together. I suppose this is why demons often choose their estates as primary targets. Who would notice the demons' bloody massacres if they only slaughtered poor country folk? Okay, we know about this. Let's just get rid of all this. How did Camilla's mother die? I'm not going to tell you about that. Some things ought to remain private. Damn. What an interesting character. Right, let's see what we got. Whenever the wearer of this amulet uses a hex. Well then there you go, milady. Oh wait, no wait. Oh, but you can't wear it because you're wearing a stupid amulet. It doesn't do anything. This allows you to conceal your alignment? What? Oh shit! I didn't notice that. Have I noticed that? What's your alignment? Huh? Oh hell no! What about you? 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 Why is he not chaotic good? You call yourself a cleric. Neutral, 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 undetectable, neutral. There we go, lawful. Huh, no chaotic goods. Interesting. Well, I guess she can wear this then. Can I just say the music in this game is unbelievable, and I haven't spoken about it enough. From turning on the game to playing the game, truly is the game. It truly is music. What do you think of my new powers? You mean what you did back there? I have a few ideas. We could send you to a Pitax Underground arena to fight, give you a scary name like Swift Sting or something like that. Give you a great cover story. Enemies burn down your house, you're avenging your dead family. The public eats that stuff up. You'll wear a shiny eye-catching outfit, or a black one if you like black better. We'll split the prize money, 60-40. 60 for me, of course. You know, arranging fights isn't easy. Those people are tough. I'll be taking more risk than you. And after we set up in Pitax, it's music. We'll tour different cities, make some real money. What, you don't like the sound of it? Do you have any other suggestions? I got one more. Have you heard of Razmiran? It's some land in the River Kingdoms ruled by King Razmir. A friend of mine used to live there. He got out of there as fast as he could. Long story short, the King Razmir of theirs is a god. He keeps people under his heel, they're all terrified of what he might do. He sits on the throne wearing some white mask, giving power to anyone. Come and take power from me, he says, so long as you believe in me. But that friend of mine, the one who fled, has a half-sister on his old man's side, who's a cook in the castle, and a washerwoman, who the cook plays cards with. Word is, Razmir isn't a real god at all. He's got no powers, so here's my point. You do have powers, pretty scary ones. We'll find some shabby little kingdom, I'll start some rumours. You'll show off a few tricks to wow the locals, and that's it. We'll make you a deity. First, I want you to put in writing that I'll be your chief advisor. I'm not doing anything. Just on the nod. I've been there. People promise you mountains of gold, and then when it comes to it, they all get lost, or I'll set the dogs in you. It's a great idea. We'll get to work on it just as soon as we get out of this mess. I'm going to make you such a legend, you'll love it. A survivor in Canibris becomes a god. We'll make you a cult that'll put the Omade to shame. In the meantime, you can think about what you want on your coins and my insurance. Don't forget to write the declaration. Make him your chief. For God's sakes, I like this guy. Alright, is that everyone? No, oh my god. This guy's gonna talk our ear off, isn't he? Alright, sausage. How you doing, buddy?
Hello again. I'm very pleased to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. It's a pity I wasn't there at the Grey Garrison to witness your feats of strength with my own eyes.
Where the hell were you? However, I needed a cleric!
Miles and miles away. Some people were frightened of it, thinking that the demons had blown up the remains of the keep. I, for one, knew immediately that it was a good sign. The light above the city showed us that there was still hope.
What are you painting?
My brothers and sisters in faith. They sent me for help, and then they saved my life, Commander. If the Prioress hadn't ordered me to escape the city and seek help, I would have died right along with them. Instead, I met Queen Galfrey on my way to Nerosian, and hurriedly returned to Canabris, only to find my friends dead on the steps of our desecrated temple. I want to draw them the way they live on in my memory. Wise, beautiful, and loyal to their goddess and their city to the very end.
This is why you have to treasure every moment you spend with the ones you love. Today you're together, but who knows what tomorrow may bring.
You're right. I took their company for granted and never even imagined that they might just disappear in the blink of an eye. So many words left unspoken. Now it's my duty to make sure my friends and tutors did not die in vain. I will honor their sacrifice by making this world a bit more beautiful and kind.
Who are you?
My name is Sozio Vanek. I am a cleric of Shaylin, the Eternal Rose and the Goddess of Beauty. Yes, I know that many people would consider me useless in a war. This is not a usual war, though. Just consider our enemy. The Abyss and his demons
I know
are the
what
very
these people
embodiment
are.
of everything evil and ugly in the world. Perhaps a disciple of kindness and beauty might come in handy.
What do you mean, these people? Hold on, hold on. Hold your horses. The Shaylin people is what I meant. These are the people that kept going after Valerie in the first game. I believe.
I have no doubt that we will win this war, Commander. We just have to. It is our destiny. My role is to help you, and all those standing by your side in this struggle, to survive and flourish. Everyone deserves the chance to find peace and
I'm
happiness.
sorry, mate. You're not even. You're not in the party. Sorry, bud. You were going to be in the party, but then Darren came back, and the game has ruined you. They've given you heavy armor, like I don't know. What made an artist enlist in the army?
Perhaps I am a true artist, or simply an amateur who defaces canvases in my spare time. My goddess is a patron of art, so painting is part of my prayer, and I put all my heart into my pieces. But I am a cleric above all else, so I must also tend to others. I went to war because here's where I'm most needed. Sure, I could be painting idyllic landscapes and offering empty prayers to my goddess, but that won't stop people from dying. My goddess has no tolerance for false piety.
You wanted to discuss something with me?
Yes, I have a personal request. Before we undertake our journey and leave Canabras behind, I would like to visit Martyr Zacharias' cemetery for a funeral. It's not far from here, and it's important. I would like to pay my respects to my friends from the Temple of Shaylin who died defending the city.
Okay.
Also, if it's not too much trouble, I would like you to come with me to honor their memory. Their friends and family will be at the funeral, and perhaps the commander's personal presence will bring them comfort.
I'm assuming to do this quest we have to have him.
I know that you are burdened by many cares right now, so I understand if you can't find the time. But if you could, I would be sincerely grateful.
Bro, I already like you. Why? Voice acting. You are voice acted for your lore. Normally, there's a lot more questions, but it's fine.
You must be rather busy indeed. Leading a crusade all by yourself is no joke. I still believe that you are up to the task. This war has been raging for 100 years.
I love this
Giving us
setup.
a chance at victory.
I love this setup. So cool. Oh shit, it's putting me to chaotic good. No, I'm not a goodie, I swear! Maybe I am a good guy. Do you guys do this as well? Like, you try and think you're gonna be like lawful and neutral. I've never done an evil run in a game. Like, I don't think I've ever done that. Man. Maybe I'll do an evil playthrough of Kingmaker. That's what people want to see. Let me know. Who are you? Thank you for your time in advance. I am Leator Hawkblade, Inquisitor of the Church of Eomade, Bringer of Light. I require your assistance in a certain delicate matter involving young Darren. What brings you here? I ask you to assist the Church of Eomade in an investigation. Understand that the leader of the crusade has plenty of other matters to attend to, but please allow me to tell you the details. I suppose that you've already heard about Karen Arende's story. I refer to the tragedy. Yep. You're going to investigate this old case again, aren't you? I am. I have several reasons to doubt the widely shared account of what exactly happened. You see, I was among those sent to examine the estate. I saw everything with my own eyes, and I still remember it clearly, even though it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Heaven's Edge was a unique place that still carried the spirit of old Mendev before the world would. And yet on that day it turned into a labyrinth, house of horrors, like something only seen in our nightmares. Everything about the incident seemed odd. Why was the only person left alive a young boy with a newfound talent for divine magic? Why did nobody send to Canabras for help, even though the agony spanned many hours? We found the demons dead with their heads cut off when we got in the castle. How were they defeated? How did the disease kill even the paladins present at the estate, who were said to be immune to any disease? If the demons had found a way to penetrate the Holy Warrior's defenses, why has this never been repeated? You are the only person who can help me here, Commander, because the only living witness to those events is currently serving in your army. Your army's route will take you near the very site of the tragedy. Heaven's Edge has been abandoned and sealed. Oh man, I can't wait. His story is so intriguing. And I can't wait to see what's going on. It gives me Red Wedding vibes or something. It was called, was it called the Red Massacre? Oh no, the Red Massacre was the other thing in the town. But yeah, this story with his family dying and only him surviving is so intriguing. Only the Count has the power to break the seal. He is unlikely to invite an Inquisitor inside, and in any case he won't like me sniffing around his family seat, but if you, as his commander, express your wish to visit the estate, you'll be obliged to fulfill it, and I will simply follow you as one of your attendants. There are 100 ways, 1,000 paths, and myriad loopholes in human lives that forces of evil can use to their advantage. I'm not sure which one of those led the demons to the gates of Heaven's Edge, but I do know it wasn't a simple raid. Okay. Can't be sure. Okay. You've already been to this estate several times. What do you expect to find now? I was young and inexperienced. I went there 10 years ago. My skills have improved. Many spells, techniques dedicated to gathering info about people and events. Almost all of them require me to be physically present in the place. So I must return. Why don't you just search the estate yourself without involving me? It's abandoned and sealed with powerful containment enchantments that only the Count can lift. It's not the main reason, however. The main reason is that the Count is not officially under investigation. I couldn't just break in. Oh, okay. A serious matter. We made more than enough unforgivable mistakes during the Third Crusade and are still dealing with their consequences. Your presence will give my investigation the necessary legitimacy. I'd also like to bring an independent third-party investigator to this case, someone independent but well-respected, and you fit this role perfectly. Did you question Darren? I did, but the Count insisted he couldn't remember anything. He saw the demons at the beginning. He also witnessed the death of his mother. We had found the young Count sleeping like a log on the floor in one of the rear chambers, having drunk about half the family wine cellar all by himself. There's no reason to disbelieve him on that matter. Do you suspect that he's hiding something? That he is to blame? I deliberately refuse to entertain any theories or suspicions. There is a saying among my colleagues that suspicion is the mother of prejudice, and prejudice is married to failure. Damn! I can only tell you that Count Arundel wasn't suffering from demonic possession, the most common malaise in our country at the time. We let Holrun himself examine the boy right after the tragedy. I love how no one's brought up Holrun, and he didn't sense anything awry with him. Fine, I'll help you. What do you need me to do? Speak to the Count. Tell him that you wish to see the Heaven's Edge. Do not inform me of my presence. I will join your escort when it's time to travel to the estate. When we get there, I will also require your help. You will have to follow me, observing my actions as an independent witness. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Let's just get this out of the way. Tell me about yourself. Lived in Mendev. Warrior brethren. Good fight in my early youth. Didn't enjoy showing off my skills. Victory is bland on its own. Purpose adds flavour to war. Can't say that I've always been a faithful sword of Iomedae. Fighting shoulder to shoulder with my righteous comrades in arms, watching demons commit their atrocity eventually led me to something I'd been seeking my whole life, purpose and faith. That's how I found my calling. Are you one of Holrun's followers? Yes, of course. Are you aware that it was I who killed him? No, I wasn't aware. Why are you revealing this to an Inquisitor and so calmly? That's a surprisingly bold move. How did it happen? I wanted to protect the priest of Desna. He was deemed a traitor and threatened with execution. I'll have to confirm your testimony when I finish investigating the Count's case, but knowing the Reverend Holrund and his attitude towards the Desnans all too well, I also know that it is true. This news is hard to accept. Why did I leave Canebris? Right when everyone needed me the most. Perhaps I could have protected Oh, this is the guy. Oh, this is the guy they said. That, like, almost kept Holren in check. Perhaps I could have protected people and prevented my brethren from making fatal mistakes that led to such an ignominious end. Finally, we told someone that we killed Holren. Right, where's that little lass? Where are you, Darren? Where is he? Maybe he's in here? Oh my god, he's right there. I'm such a dirt. So, how'd you like your new, Did you also receive a fraction of that unusual power? Looks like it. I genuinely hoped that getting away from you would be the end of it. Your gift truly did come from Yomi then. Giving me a smidgen of that power was a very subtle joke on her part. I had no idea that our divine lightbringer of Mendev even had a sense of humour. Don't get me started on many acts of sacrilege against her. I've seen him graving. The truth about the test of the Starstone is the famous one by far. How do you like your new role, advisor? He winces. You also enjoy poking me with that stick, don't you? Imagine it, me, a crusader. My dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson. She managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face. This idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's moors. I could have been on a pleasure boat right now with the loveliest songstress in Pitax on my arm and a bottle of the finest Kionan wine. I don't blame you, that does sound nice. I'd love to visit Heaven's Edge and see the Arande estate someday. Oh, I was just about to mention it myself. I've been thinking, now that I'm in the middle of the whole crusade nonsense, I simply must devise new ways to have fun. With all the recent commotion, my birthday completely slipped my mind. What if we celebrate it at Heaven's Edge? It's not far from here, and you'll get to enjoy a banquet in a bona fide haunted house. Seems to have trouble getting the words out, which clearly indicates how rarely he has to ask for anything. Since you're my superior and I'm your advisor, I am obliged to ask your permission to leave for the festivities, and I want to invite you too. I'm sure the commander can free up an afternoon while the soldiers are on leave. Are you really going to throw a banquet at the very place where your whole family died? Yes, what of it? Am I supposed to weep and quake with fear for the rest of my life? I've stayed away from the damned place for 10 years, and now I'm going to return there to drink, dance, and be merry. You can keep your squeamish disapproval to yourself. Alright, deal. Perfect, you'll have a ball, I'll make sure of it. Something strange flickers in Darren's smile. Is it a trap? Very, very intriguing story and character. Not intrigued in that way, though. Not intrigued in the way the game wants me to be intrigued. No. Oh, look, it's bloody showing where people are now in the game. Who's Highlaw? I think Highlaw's the girl I want to talk to. Oh, no, it's you. You've earned the title of Commander. Stimming a few of the Spinner of Nightmare's attempts and the lives. I know what I'm talking about. What Crusaders did you save from the Spinner of Nightmare? This is the Eye of Truth. It allows me to see through illusions. It's a monocle. My friend got it from the Priest of Nathis. However, neither this monocle nor my network of agents were adequate to prevent the attacks, and we nearly were too late. Okay. I ain't reading all this. You guys can. Oh my god, such a shame because it seems so intriguing. Oh, I've gone all over this. You can pause though. You can pause. They abducted my daughter. Okay. I've really been thinking about getting a fighter or turning into a fighter, but it's too late. If I was to recommend anyone playing this game, make a one-handed fighter, and a weapon in each hand would be so fun, like a one-hand, because you get so many cool weapons, or a two-handed fighter, but a fighter really would be the play. Probably a Slayer, or maybe I would have done that Mad Dog Barbarian. Yeah, that sounds really cool as well. I was going to respec just because of Ernie's name, but I'm not doing it. Alright. I need to find that little lass to talk to her. Is she over here? No, that's Irabeth. Hi, Law. I guess she's not here. Also, what's his name's brother, man? Oh, Nora, here we go. How can I help? There's much I can do, just ask. How are you not part of our party? You've got a picture and everything. Probably heard about the wound I have, the one that sometimes opens on my chest. Can you perhaps tell me if it is some kind of demonic curse? Yeah, indeed, I've been told of your affliction. Can you will the wound to open? No, that's a shame. What can you tell me about this wound? Difficult to say. I know of blades that leave never healing cuts, of poison that stop wounds. I've heard of witches' curses that are rewarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over and over? Perhaps you know of other cases like this. Let's think. 14... what the hell's wrong with me? I can't read? In 4671, we'll go with that. Mendevian army corporal had all his bones and cartilage turned to glass. In 4700, a scribe in Canibris had all her skin simply come away like she'd been boiled. And in 4638, oh, you don't happen to have insects crawling over you, no? Locusts, rats, no? Okay, too bad. What the? You think it's dangerous? Most likely is. You're under the protection of the Omade commander. She granted you mythic power, as they say. Surely the Inheritor would not leave you to face this alone. Have you perhaps noticed that the wound opens at moments when you waver in your faith? Perhaps it is triggered by doubt. Well, thanks for your answers. Tell me about yourself. Oh my, I could tell you so many amazing things, and you choose the most boring one of all? Alright, about myself then. Oh, I got it. Where are you from? Iska. Small piece of land, proudly calls itself a country, though it hasn't been independent for a single day. A lot of national pride. Always looking to the great day when they can at last be free from the rule of Chiliacs. Okay, it's a powerful military nation. They love talking politics. Two of them start bargaining over beats at the market. You should be sure that they'll end up arguing about whether an independent Iska will be a monarchy or a republic. I've always found it funny to listen to. There are a lot of us halflings in the country, but very few are citizens. Most are slaves. I was lucky. I've always been clever ever since I was little. So they sent me to school instead of making me do the grunt work. They taught me to count and write, and I was sold as a secretary to Lord Axelar Tresbot. He's the one I left Iska with, never to return, I hope. How'd you come to serve Queen Galfrey? I was a slave of Lord Axelar. What a man he was. He towered over his fellows like a rock over a garbage heap. True hero. He bought me as a simple secretary, but it made me learn the history of the world round, all of it, one volume after another. He hired tutors for me, even sent me to meet prominent historians. He didn't want a simple slave, but a slave with an impeccable education. Tresbot was going on a crusade. He firmly believed that the servants of the good gods were weak, and only a follower of Asmodeus could stand against the demon invasion. He took me along, and most importantly, he entrusted me with recording his glorious story. So you are Lindsay, sort of. In his crusade, Tresbot performed many brave feats, but even he could not stand against the world alone. In his final battle with the demons, when my lord realized he was doomed, his final act was to cover my retreat, so that I could tell the world of his great deeds. Some people have said what he did was not heroic, just an arrogant moron, puffing himself up one last time, but I say curse their tongues. How's it arrogant saving a girl? Okay, she knows everything about what he's done, but still. My difficult journey ended in Mendev, where I found my freedom. There, I published his biography, and I don't want to boast, but who am I kidding? Of course I do. The book sold in great numbers and made me rather famous. That's what brought me to the Queen's attention. She invited me to her court. After all, she was curious about my deceased lord. She was in great need of an expert on the history of the world wound. I hope you'll find me useful as well. You're not just a historian, but a writer too. Will you write a book about my crusade? Haha, why not? As soon as we finish off the demons, I'll get right to it. Just take care that you don't end up like Lord Tresbot. Foreshadowing? Aim? Do you worship any deity? They would beat me with a stick to force me into believing in Asmodeus. Oh, charming! The King of Hell. Oh, lovely. Hit me said it was for my own good. Ever since then, I don't like temples. There's an arcade and you teach goodness and freedom, but it's just as soon as I smell frankincense, I see the slave driver's stick. Maybe one day I'll be able to turn to a deity without cringing from a blow for not being reverent enough. But for now, I let her pray for me. Nura sounds sincere, but you feel that she's holding something back. Oh, bless her. Thank you for your answers. Oh, tell me about the history of the world wound? I ain't reading all of this. Hell no. Oh, but I want to. Okay. So the whirlwind happened when Aradin died, 4606, 100 years ago. Oh, okay, and one of the prisons held a witch named Arilu Vorlesh. They only know her name and the atrocity she committed. We managed to harness the terrible power of the demon lord Descari. Together they tore open a barrier between worlds, opening a rift to the abyss. And it kept expanding. Sometimes I think, what did they do to Aurilu in that prison? Just imagine she was ready to give herself to the abyss if only the demons might devour her torturers along with her. Alright, I am actually very curious about these four. Two decades and hundreds of thousands of lives before they decided to take action. Damn. Demons had invaded Mendev. Crusaders pushed them back. Must have seemed a total triumph at the time. They erected Dresden on the lands they conquered. Indestructible fortress. And the capital of the Crusader movement. 8 years after it began, the First Crusade was declared victorious. It was the first triumph for the Crusaders, and unfortunately the last. Damn. Second Crusade. The world wound suddenly started expanding, and a new wave of demons appeared. This time everything went different. Instead of scattered gangs, they faced a large and organized army. Dresden was besieged, and the Crusaders lost all the lands they'd won back before. They had to retreat. While the monsters were devouring the unprotected lands, the Crusaders erected a chain of ward stones along the border of the world wound. And it halted the wound's growth. Okay, so we've heard about the first and second quite a bit. Third and fourth, I have no idea. 50 years after the world wound opened, Iscari found an ally, Baphomet. Demon Lord. Jeez. And he prefers deception to open conquest. He sets his enemies against each other. Traitors appeared among the Crusaders, secret agents of his cult. We've seen a lot of them, the Baphomet cult. In 465, the church announced a new crusade, hoping to boost morale. They didn't succeed. Some fought the demons in earnest, and for a time they even dared hope to retake Dresden, but the Third Crusade would be remembered as a witch hunt. Inquisitors hoped to purge any cultists from the ranks of high, but instead they got a barrage of denunciations, widespread suspicion, innocent victims. Sometimes happened to Two orders would denounce each other as traitors and wipe each other out, much to the demon's delight. 3 years later, the church put the disgrace to an end. Of all the crusades, that one was the least glorious. And they say 3 is a magic number, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me about the 4th crusade. Demons had no intention of sitting quietly, caged behind the ward zones. Crusaders drove the demons away from the city again and again. The 4th crusade would last for 15 years. Demons attacked, they were pushed back. The Crusaders went on the offensive but were forced to retreat. The losses were tremendous. The 4th Crusade only achievement was that they didn't let a single ward zone fall. They didn't retake a sliver of land. So many lives just to maintain the stalemate. You can imagine how that affected morale. Damn! What lore! What a story! What a world! Absolutely love it. So good.
Let us press on.
I hope you guys don't mind that I just spend episodes reading about, you know, the world and stuff. We need to talk to Sealer. But I'm very intrigued about where what's-his-name's brother is. I'm really sad that we don't see him. Alright, well, since we have who we have... I am starting to think these are probably all we're going to get character-wise. And we should probably sell some stuff. Battle Axe can go. Yeah, I'm selling all this. I'm just going to get my money. I know it's going to trigger people, but I don't care. We'll find better weapons. For some reason I'm going to keep the head. I don't know why. Keep the armors. Yeah, I'm selling all of that. I don't know who put those heads there, but... Where is Thingy's brother, man? I really hope would... I was really hoping we could talk to him. And I wanted to see what gear he had. Wait, what's chapel tent? Oh, we know chapel. I've probably missed him, and he's probably somewhere here, but... There's no way this isn't... There's no way he's not around here somewhere. Alright, we are about to make so much bloody money. Bulk sell. I'm selling all of this. I don't care, guys. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. There's no point in keeping it. It's just gonna... It's just there for nothing. Oh, wait. Shit, wait. What do you use? A glaive? Hold on a minute. What? Well then, bloody hell yeah. Okay. Why is he using a glaive? Strength 16. Wait a minute. Is he a fighting cleric? Is he actually going to fight though? Well, that changes everything because we have an amazing glaive for you. And as I know with weapons like this, we should be smart and do that. Honestly, I might give him a sword and shield. He can use a heavy mace of fire, something like that. And we go here. And I sold my shield, probably. That's fine, though. We can get him a shield. He could be our one-armed fighter guy. And two-handed. Screw it. But he's wisdom-based. It's so random. A cleric fighter. He actually might replace her. I'll be honest. He might. He actually might, even though she's a healer and a debuffer and a buffer right now. Can't use that. Let's just look at weapons you can use. Piercing damage per hit, nothing crazy. Yeah. That's good with me. I guess I'm selling all of that then. Alright, what are these? Additional negative energy damage. Okay. When this hits a new enemy, the target receives 1d6 negative damage, and all other enemies in a 15-foot radius. Holy crap! Must pass a wall saving throw, become frightened. Yes, please. Yep. That's badass. Plus 8. 7 to 18. 1d10 plus 5. 6 to 15. 1d10 plus 5. Yeah, you've got plus 4 strength and enhancement. Seven to 16 damage. 7 to 18. Honestly? But doesn't this mess with your accuracy? No, we'd give you a shield. When you fight with this, we'll give you a shield. Okay, and then armor. We've got you sorted here, buddy. Alright. Okay. Negative energy damage. Negative damage. And this is negative energy. And they're very different. Oh my god, I think this hits as in like negative as in like their life or whatever. Levels and stuff. Why hasn't he got the Mythic Path thing though? I guess he just wasn't with us to get the Mythic Path thing. Alright. I'll buy that off you. I'll buy that as well. And that. And then everything here can go. Screw it, I don't want it. Give me that money, baby. I probably just sold the best weapon in the game. I don't care. It literally says a thingy would pay well for it, so... Look at that money, baby. 26k. Yes, please. And we'll go and give the 8k to what's her name. The dark glowing scythe was the most expensive I sent to him. Okay. Did you get any crazy new scrolls? Scroll of Raised Dead. We'll buy a couple of these. Scroll of Restorations. Some Dispel Magic ones. No! I'm going to assume we're going to need Death Ward down the line. Because I know what these bloody games are like. So, is Dispel Magic what? Like, confused and stuff? Like, I'm not quite sure what this means. Ooh. Ooh. 1 minute? 3 casts per day. Empower spell. Not quite sure what that means. Okay, I'm not going for all of those. Sweet. No, I want that. See, that's pretty badass. Alright. We're donezo. We're finally done, and we're finally getting out of here. Holy crap. Oh, never mind. The game doesn't want me to. What the hell's this? Who the hell? What the hell's on that? Let's get the hell out of here, man. And the journey begins, ladies and gentlemen.